Frank to this segment.
Frankie,
Frank,
baby.
welcome to the show.
Hi, guys.
You
How's
know,
your week going thus far?
Oh, it's fantastic. And you know what? It's getting even better because I hear you have an 8-minute segment this week.
You know, what could be better than that?
Nothing.
8 minutes
10
of Frank.
minutes?
10 minutes.
Would be
right?
better than 8?
That would be better, wouldn't it?
Frankie, talk to us. Trivia from last week.
Okay, last week's trivia question was, and this is pretty easy, really, but who was the only person nominated for an Oscar, a Grammy, and a Golden Globe, and a Nobel Prize?
Bobby Brown.
Did you?
Bobby
right.
Brown.
And Citizen of the Year, Bobby Brown. Paul David Hewson, who is actually better known as Bono Vox, the lead
Oh,
singer
get outta
for
here.
U2. Yeah. The only one he
Bono.
ever got was the Grammy. All the other ones he didn't really get. But
Oh, but he was nominated. What, is he an actor too? What did he act in?
he's been in several little movies. I don't know what he ever did that they thought was worth a Golden Globe, but
Whatever.
or an Oscar. But and just as so you know this, Bono Vox is actually just the takeoff of the Latin term Bonovox, which actually literally
it mean?
translates into good voice.
I gotcha.
Bonovox.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Yeah.
So Bono is just sort of like that's not his real name?
No, his name is Paul David Hewson.
Paul David Houston?
Hewson.
Hewson?
Yeah.
Well, I can see why you didn't go with that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's not
Yeah, but
very.
It's not cool. It's
very
not Bono.
charismatic, is it?
All right.
All right.
Is it?
Well, Mark Schmidt got it right.
Mark
we all know
Schmidt,
Mark
huh?
Schmidt. Yep, from
Wow.
Sidestep Productions. He got it right, so he can come
Fantastic.
down and pick up 2 tickets from our ever so generous sponsor, the Tampa Improv, for next weekend's performance.
And who do we see next weekend?
I don't know.
That's good research. All right.
Doesn't say anything
going to the
on
next
here
one.
about that.
Today in
kidding.
history.
Okay,
You know,
Sorry,
today's
Frankie. Oh.
trivia question, and this is going to throw you for one, too. Where did the very first potatoes imported to the United States come from?
Idaho.
Mexico.
That's where they landed, but that's not
Mexico.
where they came from.
That's where all the seeds went.
And I'll tell you this, it wasn't Ireland.
Ireland.
It wasn't
It was
Ireland.
It was
Fish and chips,
France.
England.
French fries. Isn't that where they invented that?
Okay,
Fish and
today in history,
I have
on
no
this
idea.
date in 1928, the MGM Lion roared for the very first time.
38?
28.
Wow.
The first
Quite a-
talking
quite a
picture,
roar.
White Shadows on the South Sea. Yeah, that was
What?
pretty good.
Well,
That was the name of the movie.
If that
White
wasn't the
Shadows
most
on the
boring
South Sea.
statistic or thing from the past,
Oh, I
your
got a worse one
presentation
than
was
that,
even worse.
Okay.
Wow.
In 1948, on this date, John F. Kennedy International Airport was actually dedicated as the International Airport at Idlewild Field by President Harry Truman. That was the actual real name of the
Man.
airport.
Just another stunning statistic.
I'm telling you. Well, you know what?
This is
Not every
fantastic,
day
you know.
can be all that exciting.
No, but it was a boring day, I guess, in
Yeah.
history.
In 1971, on this day, the very first people to ever ride a vehicle on the moon did so when they took that little lunar lander out for
Yeah.
its first cruise on the moon. Remember watching that?
Yeah. Did you say something about a field goal?
Remember watching that? I wasn't even born yet.
Oh, well, I remember
you saw it
watching
in
that.
repeat on NASA channel or something like that. Yeah, we've seen that.
Yeah. And in 1985, on this date, Prince's big first movie, Purple Rain, came out.
Oh, now see, that's a nice
Now,
little
see,
tidbit.
I remember
It's
watching
a
that.
fun fact for you.
I had lustful thoughts about Apollonia there for
Who
for
didn't
lot-
have lustful thoughts
Did
about
you?
Apollonia?
You?
I
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah.
It was me. I don't know. Your hand.
It was me.
Okay,
Apollonia.
birthdays today. George Liberace.
His dad?
No, his brother. You remember in all those Bugs Bunny cartoons, he'd always say, "Oh, that was my brother George." You know, in the back. His brother was.
You're kidding me.
an
That's where that
actual
joke came
violinist.
from?
Yeah, yeah. He was a violinist and a conductor. He was a musician as well, but he was considerably older. He died in 1983.
That's fantastic. I never knew that.
Kurt Gowdy's birthday would be today if he wasn't a dead man, but he would have been 89 years old. We all remember Kurt. My old buddy Peter spent a lot of time hanging out with him. In 1946, Bob Welch, the original lead guitar player for Fleetwood Mac, turned 62 years old today. Wesley Snipes is 46 years old today. And in 1956, the chart toppers, we were listening to Hound Dog and Don't Be Cruel by Elvis Presley. Que Sera Sera by Doris Day. In 64, we were listening to Ragdoll, Hard Day's Night, and a little old lady from
That's an
Pasadena.
underused little word. Que sera, sera, whatever.
What does that mean?
Whatever will be, will be.
Yeah, that's
I
what
love
that
that.
means. Yeah.
I must start using que sera,
Bring it
sera.
back, Janet. Why don't you bring it back?
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was listening,
You're in
see?
charge of these things.
Well, I'm
In
glad you found something
1980.
interesting out of his 8-minute segment, Janet.
Janet, in 1980, was listening to Magic by Olivia Newton-John.
John.
Hit me a little bar out of
Yeah, I
that
don't
real
know
quick.
magic.
Oh, yeah. You believe it's magic.
Oh, yeah, that was a good
Sweet
tune.
magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that one.
Okay.
Sorry.
Settle down.
I used to call her Olivia Neutron Bomb.
We're
See,
getting
I
the,
just basically turned my radio off in 1980. I didn't turn it back on until about
94.
93.
we're getting a little wrap it up. signal.
Okay, and in 88, Janet, was it Roll With It by Stevie Winwood or Hands to Heaven by Breathe?
It was Hands to Heaven. Who did not like Hands to Heaven? And I wasn't a Stevie Winwood fan.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Damn. Right there.
Boom.
Bam.
Bam.
Bam. That's it.
Frankie.
Frank, thank you very much.
Okay, guys, thank you.